guys, and welcome to our morning TV show called Constitution Today. I'm Davina, your host, and I'm first of all going to introduce my precious guest in front of me. Welcome to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you will enjoy that moment.
Of course, yes, we will. Of course, yes.
The next step is the explanation of the preamble, the diagram, and the Bill of Rights, which is Mrs. Okulse, who's the one who's going to introduce it. So you're welcome to start, my dear.
Thank you so much, Ms. Davina. Good morning, South Africa. I am Sipho Okwehla-Natlake, Miss Sipho Okwehla-Natlake, and I'll be reading for you the preamble, showing you the diagram of the Constitution of South Africa, and reading for you the Bill of Rights of our Constitution. The preamble. We, the people of South Africa, recognize the injustices of our past, honor those who suffered for justice and freedom in our land, respect those who have worked to build and develop the country, that believe that South Africa belongs to all South Africans united in our country. We therefore go through freely elected representatives to adopt the Constitution of our supreme law, that is to heal the divisions of our past, establish a society-based democratic values, social justice and fundamental human rights, lay the foundations of a democratic and open society in which the government based on will the people of every citizen is equally protected by the law, improve the quality of all citizens and free the potential of each person, and to build a united democratic South Africa able to take the rightful place as a sovereign state in the family of nations. May God protect our people. God bless South Africa. Muzimu Fucheta Afuruika Hosi Katelela South Africa. That was our preamble. Now we're going to the diagram of the Constitution of South Africa. Our Constitution has 14 chapters and 7 schedules for it, and I'm going to stipulate only a few because you can see the diagram as shown possible. We have the founding provisions, Bill of Rights, cooperative government, parliament, and so on. In our schedule, we have the national flags, geographic areas of our provinces, election procedures, and that is how the Constitution is laid out. Now next to the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is a cornerstone of our democracy in South Africa. It enshrines the rights of all people in our country and affirms democratic values of human dignity, equality, and freedom. The Bill of Rights are the subject's limitations contained and referred to Section 36 or elsewhere in the Bill of Rights. The state must respect, protect, and promote and fulfill the rights in the Bill of Rights for all South Africans. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Okulse, for that clear explanation of preamble, diagram, and Bill of Rights. I'm going now to introduce the case study. This is going to be our topic this morning. So, 8 well-qualified teachers organizing from Ghana, Swaziland, Zimbabwe, and Uganda approached the Constitutional Court because the Educator Employment Act 138 in 1994 prevented them from being appointed and permanent staff. Then, some of them are permanent residents of South Africa, some are married to South Africa citizens, and have children born in South Africa. The applicants have been resident in South Africa for various periods of time and, in a number of cases, for longer than 10 years. They claim that the Educators Employment Act violates their right to equality, as it states that no person shall be appointed as an educator in a permanent capacity unless he or she is a South African citizen. So, in that case study, what do you think about Mr. Lotus?
Actually, I agree with them, yes. We must claim for our right in South Africa, actually.
Really?
Yes, we must claim our right in South Africa. Because there's no need of being in South Africa for many years and you're still not working, you're still not allowed, consider like everyone here. Which is true, yes, we are not citizens, but the fact that you're living here over 10 years, much worse if you have your permanent residence, you must be much considered like a citizen. But why can't we work like everyone else? That's why I'm supporting the idea. We must go and fight, claim our right in South Africa. We must do everything. How can you consider someone who got all the degrees, who is permanent resident in South Africa, but who's not finding a job just because he's not citizen? That is not fair.
Okay, I heard you, Mr. Lettuce, but don't you think that it's a waste of time, actually, your point of view? Because Mr. Lettuce said that they are right, actually, to claim for the equality. But they must follow the rule, don't you think so? What do you think about Ms. Okulse?
Thank you very much, Mr. Vina, and thank you, Mr. Lotus, for your point of view.
You're welcome.
But in actual fact, I'm starting to speak facts right now. These people are just permanent residents. They are not citizens yet, of which that's why the law prevents them. We have rules and regulations where you can't just get up and claim a job in a foreign country, where you have to earn it by being a citizen. I cannot just wake up in the morning and go back and go to your country, just stay there for 2 days and claim the third day that I am supposed to get a permanent job. What if I decide to get up the next morning and need to go home? You're not a citizen yet. You're just a resident. There's a difference. You need to be a full citizen. Even if you have a child, maybe a 1-year-old child, you haven't finished 10 years in South Africa, for you to have a permanent post, meaning you've been here for longer and you will stay here. But you need to earn the place according to the Constitution. This is why it protects our people. Imagine giving a person a place to stay and then giving them a permanent job, let's say an important role like lecturing learners or teaching post, which is the Educators Act. And then the next morning they decided they no longer want to be South Africans. Either way, they do not even have the citizenship and they decide to go home. What about the learners? Who's going to fill in that post? You see, you're inconveniencing other people at this point. Why? Because you're not a permanent citizen. But when you get that citizenship, no one is going to prohibit you from not getting a permanent post. You need to earn that place. This is the Constitution of South Africa, and this is how we should go.
But don't you think that as they did 10 years in that country, they can deserve it?
It's the case that is saying.
Don't you think?
There's people who has been here for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
But they're still not getting a job. Why?
It's more than 10 years.
But everywhere they go, they have a permanent residence. But whenever they go, there's no job for them. Saying that no, you're not fully citizen. Yes, I got your point. Actually, you're right. We need to fulfill every single step in South Africa to get where we need to go. But the thing is, how do you expect people to live in South Africa if after 20 years, getting everything, like getting permanent residence, but you don't allow them to work? How do you want them to pay their rents? How do you want them to eat? How do you want them to survive at least? And there's winter, there's everything. How do you want them to buy blankets, everything? Do you get my point? If you just wait for that moment to get a fully residence as you citizen, how do you want people to survive?
They need money, and to get that money, they must work actually. So how are they going to survive as a foreigner in that country?
As the case study states, they are not permanent teachers, meaning they are part-time teachers. They are earning money and they are doing their job, which means they need to follow the constitutional rights for you to be a permanent resident step by step. People who are living here for more than 20 years and they do not have citizenship, that's questionable. You could be arrested. How did you get here in the first place? You see? You need to do it legally. Anyway, because once you finish 10 years, there's a procedure that you need to follow and for you to get your full citizenship. Why did you let it be 20 years? What's wrong with your legal papers in South Africa for you to come here and sit for 20 years without being a permanent citizen? There's something wrong with it. You can eat.
Okay, there's also something that you need to understand. Do you know what is the rules with your Home Affairs actually? There's people been here for over 20 years, they're still using ISLAP, which is 1 month in 1 month only. Every single month you have to go back and renew your paper every single day. What time do you expect those people to get permanent residence? Because I know a lot of people who have been here over 10 years, but they're still using 6 months ISLAP. When are they going to get the permanent residence? This is not our fault. We've been here as foreigners. Being foreigner means we need your protection over us. Because we run away from South Africa, we expecting one protection from you guys. But when you're keeping people in South Africa, but you don't allow them to get a really paper, how do you expect them to survive?
Yeah.
You're giving people 6 months ASLAP, and every 6 each 6 months, the person need to go back and renew it. Until when? These people who doing, that's exactly that. You get the point.
I understand actually.
These people actually doing 20 years in this paper, in this country, still using Aslam Sikam natural. Listen to that. 6 months, every day is still, which is not even a status. Meaning like the court of South Africa does not even recognize those people. Because the only way to be recognized as a foreigner, you have to go the status. But you in South Africa, they only give us 6 months Aslam. How do you want us to live? What type of job do you want us to do? I can be full of knowledge, I can be so wise enough and everything. But since I'm using that 6 month Aslam, which I've been here for 30 years, who's going to respect me? Who's going to give me that value that I deserve? I can get everything. But South Africa does not want to give us the right paper for us to get there. It's not why these people actually using the shortcut to get to whatever they feel like doing. You know why? Because of your rules, we need to claim our right in the court. Meaning like they must stop giving us 6 months, 1 month. Instead of doing this, they better send us back in Congo. What is the use of being in South Africa for 20 years using Aslam for 6 months?
Okay. So the problem here for him is how to survive as a premier in that country. If that person or those, educators don't have jobs, how to survive? Because they don't have that right of equality to work as a citizen, a South African citizen, and people they care of those people. So how to survive and how to get money? Because you say that they must follow the rules, right? Yes. Okay. To follow the rule, they must be here in South Africa. Yes. So staying in South Africa, how are they going to eat, to survive, to buy things that they need with money?
As I've just explained, you need to follow the rules, right? You need to renew your papers every 6 months. We are saying these educators, we're not saying they are jobless. They are contract workers, meaning they're doing a job and they're getting money. Mm-hmm. The thing is, this is the law, this is the rule that we follow South Africa. You think that it's affecting some of you. It affects us as South Africans. There are people with degrees that don't have experience, but because they can't be employed, because they need experience, they need to go there and hustle hard for them to get experience and then to get into the field. There's no one saying you're not going to get into the field unless you need the right papers. Some of them are married with kids. That was a shortcut for being a South African citizen, if you do know. You need to get married to a South African citizen and then have a child. That's a shortcut. Yeah. Meaning there are some illegal ways and some illegal things that they did in order for them to get in there. I can clearly state that that law has been renewed and has been made right. There are foreign teachers teaching very well with much knowledge and making children pass. Like, they put in so much effort. They did it the right way. Why can't you? We do have foreign teachers in South Africa. How did they do it? Why can't you ask someone else, how did you do it, and do it the right way, instead of doing other things in the illegal way? Because there's a right way that will lead you to it. If someone else from another country could do it, why can't you? Because the person followed the rules and the Constitution of South Africa that is binding all of us.
That's what I was saying since the beginning. It looks like it's a waste of time because it's a law, so they cannot do whatever they want and did what she's saying. They must follow the rules.
No, those people who did what she's saying, they are right. You know why? Because they've been here long ago. Because things change actually. The moment change, the authority change. Mm-hmm. The one actually the leader, the one who's leading this country is a very bad. Actually, I'm not saying very bad, but it's quite bad because he makes things very difficult everywhere. Mm-hmm. For those people who got the permanence, they follow every rules as you said. Because that time everything was better than now. Actually, now in South Africa to get even 1 month Aslam, it's quite difficult. You have to stand on the queue for how many days? People sleeping outside. Some of them died because of waiting for 1 month Aslam seeker. How many people died in Joburg?
So in South Africa, we do realize that there are other people coming from other countries. I do not want to call them foreigners because that's a very bad word for another person. But we do realize that we are a diverse nation, and the other countries and other religions are coming to us. That's why we are amending our constitution so that it can fit all, like it could benefit all of us in the way that you can be accommodated in our country as you will be part and citizens of our country, which is why the constitution is trying the level best to amend the act. Even the act that we are talking about, Act 138, is amended by Act 137 now, because it removed the part that says that foreign people cannot get permanent jobs in South Africa, because we now understand that there are more of them are coming here, and they are part of us, part of our diverse nation. That's why it makes it the best country to come to. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Ms. Okose, and thank you for you as well, Mr. Lotus. Thank you all of you for being today here with me. I really enjoyed that moment. I don't know if you do as well.
Of course, yes, I did.
Okay,
Yeah, it was amazing.
And thank you for people watching us, and I hope you too enjoy that moment. Hope to see you soon, and bye-bye.